So Dejon Paul has done it again. I don't know if y'all seen that live stream homie did yesterday, but boy, he was crashing out. Now I wanted to use his response to Keem and the fellas over there at the Apollo. Shout out to the Apollo. Shout out Dejon Paul for the clip. I wanted to do that response, but yo, that shit went way too far. I'ma just be honest. He was saying some things that I don't really necessarily want to, put up here. But again, this is what I would tell y'all. If you slap somebody and they shoot you, you can't be like, hey, you took it too far, right? Even though I do feel that there is taking things too far, but in all honesty, you can't tell someone how to respond. I want to say this too. I think that the shit that Apollo and them do is all just jokes. Keem included, I think it's just jokes. But again, if the jokes are hurtful to someone and they letting you know that the jokes are hurtful and you continue to do it, then hey, you can't be mad at how he responds. But I don't want to put that up here. So what I'm going to do is, Bo Jackman. Shout out Bo Jackman, right? He went in on Bo Jackman, right? And that was a little less violating, I'll say. I think this was funny. Fun a bit, you know what I'm saying? And again, I think that him and Bo are good together. Me personally, I think they make for good content. It doesn't have to be hip-hop content. I told Bo this. I believe I told Dejon Paul the same thing. I think they funnier together, but he crashed out on Bo too. Golly. Do 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 do. What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman. IB for the E. Man, golly, I don't know y'all. Remember that, and we back with another video, new video. Shout out all my good subs. Greatly appreciate y'all. If y'all could tap in with the hair sponsor on the corner of the screen. Divine Hair for all your lock and braid needs. If you're in the Los Angeles area, you need your locks retwisted or your hair braided, make sure y'all tap in with Divine Hair. Let her know Gangland Neem sent you. But we about to get straight into this Dejon Paul crash out. Damn near, it was a good portion of the damn stream that was crashing out. And I'm talking about he was violating. You know what I'm saying? He said some things about Bo. That's what we about to get into. And again, that Keem shit was like crazy to me. I was like, damn, fool. I don't think much stuff should make people want to like physically harm people, but I can understand Keem wanting to physically harm this man. I don't want to see nothing done to nobody, but I'm like, damn, he talk about parents, kids, baby mama. Golly, bro, it was just that was something. Y'all should tap in with that and just peep. You know what I mean? Because that shit was crazy. But we gonna get into his comments about Bo. If this your first time to the channel, like and subscribe off the back. Off the back, don't troll me if this your first time to the channel. Shame on you. Shame on you. Like all that crazy ass shit that Dejon was saying about Keem and his family. I'm just saying. Damn, Dejon. But I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. Shout out Dejon Paul. He's the greatest. That nigga's the greatest, y'all. That nigga crazy, bruh. Golly.
Really crazy. People are in my chat bringing up somebody that has a lot to say from the sidewalk. And I literally mean the sidewalk. If you want a response from me, you got to have a physical space. You can't be outside on the sidewalk talking shit about me like some tamale lady. Tamale, that's what it's giving. Tamale, it's giving tamale lady. Standing out on the sidewalk, talking to a...
He talked about Bo's live stream. I was in that live stream. I thought it was a dope live stream. This is what I'm gonna say, man. That was like, you know what I mean? It was funny. Like tamale, that was funny, right? But I don't like the racial jokes because if Bo was to do some shit like that, right? It'd be an issue. So I feel like niggas should just refrain from like the racial jokes. I do not think that Dejon Paul is racist. I do not think that Bo Jackman is racist. I called Bo on the live stream about some things that you were going to hear on here, right? And he said that too, like, Dejon's just racist. And I don't believe Dejon's racist. I just think he makes poor jokes. Even though the tamale, that was a little funny. But, again, let's refrain from the racial jokes. You know what I'm saying? Let's refrain from the racial jokes. Shout out to La Raza. If you from LA, you grew up on the tamale lady, you grew up on a elote man, like, we know how this shit go. You feel me? So I don't even know why he do that. He know he probably loves some tamales and some elote with his big ass. You know what I mean? But let's continue.
An iPhone mic about me. I don't respect it. To me, it doesn't deserve a real response. I beef with platforms that have actual physical locations. Like I beef with Adam at No Jumper. You can go to the No Jumper building, have a meeting, film content, XYZ. I beef with Back on Fig. You can go to their warehouse, their location, and sit there and be on camera and get interviewed or have meetings and do content. Woo, woo, woo. I'm really not into beefing with people that don't have locations for their businesses. I'm not into that. People that film content off their iPhone, like whether they sitting in a car doing this or they're on a sidewalk in front of a hamburger shop.
I'm going to tell you like this. I feel the same way. Y'all know me. I'm not having no smoke with nobody. I said this on live, right? But if, bro, you ain't got a setup, if you don't got no microphone, no computer monitors, right? And you just talking into your damn phone, calling me out, that's not happening, gang. Your priorities are fucked up. Straight like that. I agree with that. But Bo does have a setup and space and all that kind of stuff too. But you know what I'm saying? I just mean in general, if you're talking into your phone, talking about this, that, and the other, go get your microphone, gang. Computer, rig, some screens. Do it up, man. Do it up.
Getting recorded like this, talking to an iPhone, I'm not really into that. Yeah, Burger's in the chat. I'm not really into that. It's like you're not really a real platform. You're like a freelancer. That's freelance work. You don't even have a location. Like, where do you do your content? On the sidewalk? All right, tamale lady, I guess. And I'm not talking about going to get no peer space to film an interview once a week or no low budget shit like that. Do you have an actual space for your platform? If not, you need to go beef with somebody that also doesn't have a space for their platform. You need to go beef with another freelancer that's working off of their iPhone. I don't do content off my iPhone. I do content in my office building. I have events in my office building. I interview artists in my office building, such as Big Sad 1900 or Akon. The Akon interview drops tomorrow, mind you. Interview Akon right back there because I have an actual location. I don't have to wait for Akon to go get a burger or go buy a t-shirt at a store and wait outside with my iPhone and try to get an interview with them and create some content. I don't have to do that. And I don't need to be going back and forth with someone who has to do that. So again, I'm not going back and forth with any YouTubers, any so-called journalists that don't have a space for their platform. If you make content on the sidewalk, if you elote edition, if you tamale lady edition, if you street food vendor edition on the sidewalk talking shit about Dejon Paul, I don't give a fuck. Because I'm sure it's cold out there on that sidewalk. I'm pretty sure it's cold out there on that sidewalk. If you standing on sidewalks talking shit about me, then that's just what you're doing. That makes me feel like a celebrity because that's what they do. That's the conversation they have about celebrities. People walk down the street and somebody have a little mic and be like, how do you feel about this celebrity? How do you feel about that celebrity? To people,
I want to say I'm not mad at IRL streaming. That nigga Bo is collecting nifty nickels for Crip Mac, and at the end of his collection, what they're gonna do is feed the homeless. I'm about to do that with Bo. Again, I'm starting IRL streaming too. I will be IRL streaming off my phone. You know what I mean? Again, I have space and all that. You know what I'm saying? I got all the gadgets and everything else, but I am going to be IRL streaming like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that per se, but niggas who's just doing content off of their iPhone, that's a little different to me. I'll be honest. You know what I mean? You cutting videos and shit like that, and it's just off your iPhone. Hey, I'm on iPhone. Yeah, that's nah. That's how I feel. I agree with that. But you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He's dogging both. So let's get back to it.
On the sidewalk. If you want a response from me, boss up. Go sell them tamales. Go sell them tamales. Save up some money and go open up an office or a podcast studio. Film content there multiple days a week. Then we can go back and forth. But until then, I'm not going back and forth with Sidewalk Edition. I'm not going back and forth with no sidewalk content creators. If you standing outside a Marathon Burger on the sidewalk with an iPhone pointed at you, shame on you. Shame on you. Go get an office space. Go get a podcast studio. How you been interviewing LA rappers for 10 years or 10 years plus and you ain't saved up enough money to have a place for your business?
I definitely agree with that is what I'll say though. You know what I mean? And it's not even to Bo, this is just generally speaking. You know what I'm saying? Folks been doing this for a long time and you don't have computers and microphones and monitors and cameras. Again, this is not an iPhone right here. This is a camera, what I got right here. This is a camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing this for? If we not trying to get money in, if we not trying to elevate, you know what I mean? Again, what Bo's doing is something different. That's IRL streaming. Mad people be using their phone IRL streaming, get to a bag as well. Right? But again, this is just generally speaking with content creators in general. You know what I mean? Niggas trying to beef with folks and they don't even got their equipment right. I'm just saying.
Make it make sense. That's all tamale lady edition. Go sell them tamales, man. Go sell them fucking tamales. That's all I got to say about that. And, hold on. Because y'all know I'm petty. Y'all know I'm petty. Hold on. That's all I got to say, but let's let the screenshots talk.
You know, buddy got receipts. Receipts.
Talking shit about me on the sidewalk, but was just in my DMs calling me a legend after my meeting at Def Jam. Was just in my DMs calling me a legend after my meeting at Def Jam. My meeting at Def Jam was 2 weeks ago. In my DMs, the legend. I'm confused. Now we all tamale lady edition on the sidewalk talking shit about me, but was just in my DMs.
Now that's Bo hitting him up about his Def Jam appearance or whatever. He said the legend, and Dejon goes, "Thank you, Bo." And Bo tells him, I'm proud of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with that. This nigga Dejon, this nigga Dejon is evil, bro. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there.
After my meeting at Def Jam, am I a legend or am I ain't shit? Which one is it?
Both.
Which one is
Dejon.
it? You just seem like a disgruntled tamale lady on the sidewalk that doesn't have a place to record content. I'm confused. Mind you, this is my this was when this Def Jam meeting is recent. Let me just show you. This is annoying. The Def Jam meeting was recent. This is a couple weeks ago. This ain't no throwback pic. 1 week ago. Going on 2 weeks ago. This is recent. So I'm so confused. How in a week or two I go from the legend to whatever the tamale lady was calling me in front of Marathon Burger on the side.
Well, you fired him. That's probably why, but because you fired him.
Sidewalk when they was begging for nickels. I'm so confused, tamale lady. But then again, it's cold out there, so your brain ain't warming up. Because you don't remember calling me a legend a week ago in my DMs. All you remember is getting fired and selling tamales. Sell them tamales. Sell those tamales. Save up the tamale money, then go get you a space. That's how you do business.
Sell those tamales.
But just standing outside of a restaurant on the sidewalk with 30 people watching you on a live for 4 hours off an iPhone, no real mics, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy. Crazy edition. More importantly, because I'm not done.
And there's more.
February 9th. This is from the Tamale Lady. February 9th, 2:45 p.m. Am I on the way to the studio for you? I'm also buying a car tonight so we don't have to worry about this anymore. Me trying to be nice, which never gets me anywhere, which is why I hate being nice to people and treat people like shit. Because every time I'm nice to somebody, look how they treat me. They treat me like the Tamale Lady. What's your address? Sent the Addy. When picks you up. Had to drop you off after every episode. Some weeks you will find your way here, but every episode you film with me, I had to drop you off. But the week of February 9th, I had to pick you up. That's not it. That's not the only one. Don't worry about nothing. That's not the only time that happened. That's not.
Hey, fair to say too, Dejon Paul never mentioned this until him and Bo start going back and forth or whatever. And again, that's how I go. But just saying that Dejon never mentioned how Bo needed a ride. Shout out Bo too, because he just got a Tesla. Throwing that out there. He left the Tesla dealership when I talked to him on live. Just throwing that out there.
Not the only time I have to give the Tamale Lady a ride. Come on, get on in, Tamale Lady. Let's go. Let's go. All Tamale Lady edition. This is another day. Am I on the way to the office at all? I'm like, huh? Like my house. Oh, you need a ride? I can pick you up. From you to the office, am I anywhere near on the way, Mr. Mark Lux Glazer? I don't glaze Mark Lux. I'm just a fan of Mark Lux. I said send a location. Thank you. If you play Mark Lux, I'm jumping out the car. Let me know you ETA. Woo, 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 woo. If I'm such a bad person and I'm so negative and I'm bottom of the barrel and I'm all these things, why was you asking for rides? Why was you getting in my car? Why was you coming to my platform and working for free like a punk bitch? That too. But more importantly, why was you getting in my car? Why did you need rides? Why couldn't you find your way here? Why couldn't you drive the tamale cart? Why couldn't you drive the taco truck or the tamale cart up here? I'm confused.
The damn tamale cart, you can't use that in traffic, gang. That's why. You can't use the tamale cart in traffic. We all know that, man. They're sidewalk. Sidewalk capabilities only, man. You want Bo to get hit by a bus? You want Bo to get hit by a bus, gang? Damn.
I'm confused. You all sidewalk edition with it? You all sidewalk edition. Why you couldn't bring the tamale cart up here? Why couldn't you push the tamale cart to my office? Why are you sending me your address, asking me to pick you up if I'm such a bad fucking person? I'm confused. Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. It's not making any sense. If I'm such a terrible person, why do you need rides? Why are you getting in my car? Why do you need rides from me? I'm so confused. Now, before we wrap this up, I want to end by saying this.
Now, this is where things got interesting.
Because y'all know I'm not rap too tight. Keep it up. Keep talking shit from the sidewalk, please. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these screenshots without that little blur part over the address to the rapper that you've been running from for 2 years now, going on 2 years. I'm going to send this screenshot without that blur mark over the address to the rapper you've been running from, the rapper that broke a guitar over your head during your interview and had you bleeding and you didn't do nothing about it. The one that you called me crying, talking about some, should I call the police? Should I call the police? And I told you, don't do that, because then it's going to get even worse. You didn't defend yourself at the moment when the rapper hit you over the head with a guitar. Don't try to go call the police after. You didn't even defend yourself. What you want to go get the police for? You didn't even defend yourself. And you know they've been looking for you. And you know I know that they've been looking for you. Hater World just shouted them out. When you stood up, Hater World, I pay attention. They shouted out the rapper. They was like, shout out to Wooty Woo. They kept saying that during the episode where you flaked on them and they was mad at you because they know about the situation too. That's why when you went up to Hater World, what they had sitting right next to you? A guitar. They don't have that out for any other guest, but when you pulled up, they had a guitar because they know the story about the gangster rapper that hit you over the head with a guitar and you didn't do shit about it but bleed and cry like a bitch and threaten to call the police. Keep fucking with me And I'm going to send these screenshots without the blur over the address to that rapper. And you know I'm not playing, bitch. Keep fucking around. Keep it up. I want you to. I want you to, Tamale lady.
Bo, don't keep this up, brother. Do not keep this up. I don't know who this I don't know who this gangster rapper is that played heavy metal. Pun your head top, gang. But do not keep this up. I don't want to see anything happen to Bo. I don't want to see anything happen to nobody. This whole story is crazy. Hater World, shout out Hater World, Blue Devil, and all the good fellows over there. Royal, Opina, Droops, my good people. They're diabolical for sitting a guitar next to him during the interview. I didn't notice that. I didn't even know anything about this. Now, mind you, when I heard this, I said, what the? I asked my chat, I said, hey, should we call Bo? I felt scandalous, right? But I'm like, I got a good rapport with Bo like I do with mad people in the sector. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody rocks with my content. They be like, hey, bro, I fuck with your content. You funny, everything. So I got a pretty good rapport with everybody. So I text bro during the live stream and I'm like, hey, like, you want to say some words on this live stream? I'm like, I don't need to use you for content because I can just make jokes and do it up, whatever. I don't need you on here for content. It seems like Bo thinks people need him for content. That's his thoughts or whatever. You know what I mean? But I prefaced the whole thing with that. Hey, you don't got to do this. But I'm like, you know, bro mentioned you getting cracked over the head with a guitar. I just wanted, my chat wanted to know what kind of guitar was it? Was it acoustic or electric? This is what my chat said, right? So I text bro, you know what I'm saying? You could go back on, I don't know if it's on the YouTube end or it's on the Twitch end, but y'all can go back to that stream and I called him or whatever. He was a real good sport about it. And so I asked him, I said, hey, what kind of guitar is it? He said I can neither he said he was a real good sport. He said I can neither confirm nor deny being cracked over the head with a guitar. I just bust up gassing, bro. I bust up gassing. So then I go, all right, bro. I go, so look, allegedly, if it had happened, right? What kind of guitar was this? You know what I'm saying? And bro tells me, he goes, bro goes, if it happened, it was a wooden guitar, so it was acoustic. It was acoustic. I'm like, yo, I lost it on live stream. I was literally crying, bro. I'm like, yo, this kid is good. Hey, you can tell Bo don't really take too much serious. You know what I'm saying? I believe he probably got cracked over his head because he said, if I did, it was wooden. You know what I mean? I don't know who this gangster rapper is who did this, and you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a wild ass story to expose, gang. But shout out Bo Jackman for being a good sport. And I don't think that's right for anybody to, because I don't know what Bo would have done to anyone to make them want to play heavy metal or heavy wood, heavy carpentry on his head. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
I want you to keep talking shit. And I'm sending the addy out to your biggest nightmare, the nigga you on the run from that you've been ducking and dodging for 2 years. You're going to be scared to walk outside that apartment, bitch. Keep playing with me.
Oh, you dropping
Keep fucking playing with me. You know I'm not wrapped too tight. You know I'm not. Keep playing with me, bitch. And I'll show you. I'll show you, bitch. Tamale lady. But like I said, anybody without a platform that doesn't have an office space, doesn't have a physical studio, doesn't have a place to podcast from, that has to stand outside of burger restaurants and stand on the sidewalk and make content and was begging me for rides to get to and from my podcast, emphasis on my podcast, isn't worth a response. That's why I didn't say your name. You all Tamale Lady edition.
All right. And that is Dejon Paul crashing out on Bo Jackman. It was really the guitar story for me. I'll be honest with you, because I'm like, what the type shit is that? Bo, what you did? That's what I should have asked him on the live stream. But again, we was on there clowning. Y'all know how I be. It's all jokes and shit. I don't take none of this shit too seriously. Bo don't seem to either. But that's what I should have asked him. What you did. But again, he said he can neither confirm nor deny being cracked over the head with a guitar. So that's just that's just what it is. Shout out Dejon Paul for the clip. Shout out Bo Jackman too. Again, I hope they piece this up because I think that they are really funny together. I enjoyed watching them together. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the honest truth for me. I enjoy watching them together. It don't have to be hip hop or anything, but I think they should still make content and all that. I don't think that Dejon Paul should tell the gangster rapper where Bo lives. You know what I mean? Because that's outside of the scope of content. You know what I mean? Nobody want to get harmed or anything like that. And this gangster rapper seems serious. You know what I mean? But again, shout out Dejon Paul and Bo Jackman. Bo Jackman just got a Tesla too. Shout out that. Fair to say he won't need any rides anymore. You know what I mean? But again, bro, Dejon Paul was on a warpath on this stream. Again, y'all tap in with bro live stream on a day in LA YouTube channel. He went in on Keem, man. I want to know what Keem's response is gonna be to all that, or if he's even gonna respond, because I probably wouldn't say nothing, because that's like, what do you even say to all that? Are you gonna go as low and say all kind of crazy shit like he said? And again, I don't know. I can't tell Dejon how to feel or anything, but I think all that shit just being fun and jokes. You know what I mean? But again, if a nigga telling you that he's uncomfortable with the jokes that you making, or they make him feel bad or embarrass him or whatever, and you continue to do it, then hey, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. But y'all best leave Dejon ass alone. Bo, you just end it here, Bo. Don't keep shooting shots and shit, because I don't want to see nothing happen to you, gang. You feel me? But for anybody looking for any kind of marketing or promotion when it comes to this YouTube content creation, make sure y'all tap in with Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Serious inquiries only. She working with a bunch of different content creators throughout all the sectors. She can help you with anything from views to viewer retention, thumbnails, monetization, copyright strikes, whatever it is. Make sure y'all tap in with Boss Lady Drea. While y'all over there, make sure y'all tap in with Divine Hair on Instagram as well. Divine Hair for all your lock and braid needs. If you are in the Los Angeles area and you need your locks retwisted, you need your hair braided, make sure y'all tap in with her. She does good work. Let her know Gangland Neem sent you. But comment down below, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about Dejon Paul exposing Bo Jackman being hit over the head with a damn guitar. That's crazy. The gangster rapper didn't want to throw fists. He wanted to hit you with a guitar, gang? That's crazy. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace.